Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do.
Today, from Austin, Texas, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Austin Desperados taking on the Chicago Blues.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Chicago Blues and the Austin Desperados. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Austin team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They're going to look to throw. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
Oh, it's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hands it off out of the gun. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Back to throw now on 1st down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. And now here's a carry heading left. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. You're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Blues are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week. But all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago, 7 catches, 129 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
7 yards there and a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it.
I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
To the 27-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 7 overall. And the Blues have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. They'll try again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys are able to extend their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Austin's offense ready to go again.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Give him 11 yards that time on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And on now is the punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Past the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. It's a pickup of 6. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Blues have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this 1st half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure, and here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Austin's offense ready to go again. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. First and 10.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. And this one is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Second and 2. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over.
One final go for this offense here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Rondale Moore, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Being chased out left. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Call that a gain of 11.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 9 now. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Looking middle, and that's complete. That'll give them 8 that time. And 3rd and 1 now.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Six yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Flushed out, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Desperados are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on 3rd down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's got his man on the out route. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This to make it a 3-score game late. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 2-score game at 16. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
2nd down and inches. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will cut the lead down to 13. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You taking charge.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Blues are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries, but the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Boston's offense ready to go again. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a man open down the middle of the field. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now a throw here hauled in.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And quickly they get to the line. 2nd and 4. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And he'll just get rid of it. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. And that will be incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for our visitors, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.